Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Chantel, and today I want to just talk about a few things that I wish someone would have told me before I relocated to the States. So number one, as you already may have guessed, the weather, like it is the cold. I think I never expected it. I've always loved cold growing up, but no, the cold that hit me when I landed in JFK Airport was it had me rethinking all my life's decisions. Like I had to ask myself, like, was Nigeria really that bad? I had to ask myself, like, is it too late to go back? I mean, it's not stress. It's stress. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. I I had to decide the code. Like if you're coming to the US or even to the UK, just prepare yourself. Like have some very strong winter jackets if you're coming in winter. Like just anything that can have you ready. Because you can be caught off guard if you're not careful. So come prepared, please. The second thing I was not prepared for was the culture shock. That was something that I never imagined. I remember one time I was working somewhere and I saw older ladies, like people that maybe would be close to my grandma's age, working at that time, like pushing trolleys, just doing jobs that I would never allow my grandmom do. Like it broke me in a way I can't even explain. I remember speaking to this lady, older lady, and she kind of revealed just nonchalantly how she pays rent to her son. I had to hold. like let's go back, like rewind. And she said it like from a matter of fact, like she didn't feel like anything was wrong with it, like it was normal to her. And I remember leaving the because it was on my lunch break. I remember leaving the lunch room or the cafeteria or whatever you want to call it. I remember leaving there and going outside and calling my father, and I was like, "Daddy, I just heard the most absurd thing." And my father was like, "Yes, like there's different cultures. It's okay here in the US, like, but back home, oh, you just know that never in your, like never in your existence will you let your dad talk less of you, even your grandmom, you know, live in your house and parents. It's like the biggest taboo, So it's just you have to like learn the different cultures, like what some things are okay here, some things will never be done in Nigeria, or if you're from any other African country, I believe we have almost similar kind of values, similar values. So that really shook me. That shook me. That shook me in a way that I think till now you can tell that I still, whenever I think about it, I'm still like trying to get used to it. Like that's gonna be expected. Number three thing that shook me was the working conditions, plus working at odd hours. And I say odd hours because coming from Nigeria, for example, we or how when I grew up, I knew work to be 9 to 5. And as literal as that sounds, like 9 to 5, there was no extras. You go to work in the morning, or the parents go to work in the morning, they come back, at 6, 5, 6, 7 at most, and that's it. Coming here to seeing that people work people work 12 a.m., 1 a.m. I remember one time in Nigeria, I think one of my aunts had told me about that, but it just a passing. And I remember saying to myself, why? Why would you be working that kind of time? That's wrong. You should be home sleeping. Who is minister or working late? Yes. I Like, it just amazes me how, it's just two different worlds. Like, that's how I feel. I started to, you just see people work nights, people work mid shifts, people work morning shifts. Like, there's no, that no company has just one fixed time. Some companies have fixed times, maybe office jobs. But if you're in the health system, for example, then be prepared to work, different shifts, and that's how it's run. That's how it's run. Number four thing, and this is for my ladies, please go and learn how to braid your hair. At least don't even try to be an expert or a pro. Just learn the basics, like if it's crochet or the twist, the two strand twist. Just learn something, because coming here and having to hear that I have to pay $250 for my hair, I'm like, yeah, no, no, yeah, we're not doing that. Not now. At least you just moved to a new place. You don't want to be spending money like that. So, but I had to. I mean, I could do some part of my hair, but I know it's stressful. Your hand is going to hurt. But please go and learn. Don't come here trying to be spending money like that. No, go and learn how to do your hair by yourself. At least, it may not look the best, but until you have your feet on the ground to where you feel, okay, I can spend this amount of money comfortably without, hurting my pockets, then you can go to the pros and get it professionally done. But until then, please and please, I'm using everything to beg you. Please learn the basics before coming here. Very important. The next thing that really shook me was driving. I remember back home in Nigeria, my dad would make me go learn how to drive. But I never really drove myself in Nigeria, because I mean I had help. I had like family drive me around to places, and so in Nigeria we see cars as luxury. In America, cars are necessity. It's like it's a must. It's something that you have to, you need to have. If you live in states that don't use much of like the train system or buses, then you need to have a car to move around. You are going to find yourself spending more money in, paying for Uber or Lyft services, and you don't want that. And the earlier you come to the US and go get your license and start to drive, the better. So if you learn how to drive back home before coming here, it already saves you like so much, because driving school here, like, it's expensive. It is. So just for starters, learn how to drive. And maybe when you come here, you get to like know how, maybe there's more stop signs, or there's more, the traffic lights here are not for decoration, that they actually be used. So you have to know how to, okay, this is the green, yellow, red, all those stuff. But at least know how to drive before you get here, please. Listen, if you're introverted, this country will aid your introvertedness. Permit me, if that's a real word. Like, if you're someone that loves to stay at home, if you love to, like, keep to yourself, personal space and all that, this country will help you, because like everybody is so busy. You have to making friends is hard. You have to like literally book appointments with your friends, like to see each other, to hang out. You can literally be living 5 minutes away from your friend, and two of you have different work schedules, and that alone can just mess everything up. So you're gonna have to call and be like, oh, are you available to see this weekend or not? If they are available, they're fine. If not, sometimes you can stay weeks without seeing your friend. When you move to the US, if you are lucky, you get to have family that you stay with for some time until you find your feet, and then move out. Auntie, uncle, please stay there. Stay there. Let's not don't be trying to adults. Don't adult for nothing to be. There's not. Just stay where you are and enjoy the opportunity that you have. And in that space in time where you are there, whatever resources you are, maybe saving from not paying rent, please maximize that opportunity. Start to invest, start to save towards a property, something. Don't get there and maybe because of you feel, oh, I'm living in the family house, and you get to start to maybe splurge with the resources that you have. No, be wise about your finances. I know you want to send money back home and all that stuff, but like just apply wisdom. That's all I'm gonna say. Apply wisdom to your expenses. Also, if on the flip side you are not able to have family to live with, and obviously you have to get a roommate. I have never had a roommate, but I've had friends that have had roommates, and I've heard horror stories. Please pray. Just pray. I don't know what to say. Vet. Pray. Let God assist you. Let God help you to find the right people that would say genuinely give you peace. Like America can be hard already as a new person coming in, as an immigrant coming in. The last thing you need is to be coming home to stress and war. You want a space where there's peace and there's joy, and so your living space, it's very important. Or so please pray, please vet, like ask questions, like don't be scared to ask questions, because that's one thing I realize sometimes Nigerians were, or people that move in here, like they're scared to ask questions because they feel, oh, I don't want to mess things up. No, ask questions. Like, are you people okay? Like in your family, should I, is there anything I should be worried about? Ask questions. Codedly or codedly, however, ask questions, guys. Please. You don't want to be caught, in war with someone that you don't even know from Adam, So ask questions, guys. Please and please, when you're coming to the US, I wish someone told me, don't be carrying all the African clothes in the world. I know, yes, you want to rep, where you're from. But trust me, at the first instance when you come, you're barely going to use all those clothes. You're going to end up having to buy clothes that match the weather, match the jobs you're going to be in. So you're gonna just end up seeing your bag full of clothes that you probably will never wear for like 1 year or 2 years even. Instead of buying all those clothes, please invest more in bringing food. Yes, bring food. Bring as much food as you can get, because that can last you, because you probably may get tired of eating the American food, and you want something that can remind you of home. So bring as much as you can. Obviously, wrap it up well, so that it doesn't smell or see through and gets seized by immigration at the airport. Make sure it's covered well, but and dried properly. But make sure you bring food. Next thing is jobs. So when you move to the States, sometimes jobs can be I won't say hard, but like you may not get the exact kind of jobs that you want. Most jobs that are very easy to get here can be real jobs, like working in a warehouse, retail, food in the food industry, a little bit of healthcare, so those are the kind of jobs you may get so quickly. And you probably will need to, like, sometimes you may need to have to go back to school to get like better paying jobs. Um also this leads me to say this: if you move to the States, you need health insurance. Like, it's not like it's not like back home where you just go to the doctor and you want to pay out of pocket. Like, pay out of pocket for medical expenses here is like an arm and a leg. So your best bet is to get health insurance through a job. So you want to look out for that when you are applying to any job. Like, make sure they have the basic health insurance, like they're offering you that. And when they offer you that, like, obviously take it, so that you can get your yearly annual checkups, your visit to the hospital, especially when you maybe have an emergency. You don't want to pay out of pocket for that. You don't want to. So that will help. And finally is credit cards. Credit cards plus credit scores. That's like I don't know the best word to use for that. You just like that's like the password to anything in the States. Like you want to buy a house, they're going to pull up your credit score. You want to buy a car, credit score. It's like kind of something that validates, you being able to purchase that item that you want. Like when they see your credit score, they can say based on how high or low it is, they can trust if you are able to handle that expense you're about to incur. If you're not, if your credit score is low, then they don't trust that you're good. um what's the word? Help me out. Or you don't trust that you can handle that expense. Like they would probably deny large expenses. So my advice is, when you come to the States, you get a job. Remember, credit cards. When you get a credit card, please, it's not free money. That's your money. You're still spending. You're just paying in advance. So don't get carried away and start to swipe, 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 swipe. You're just gonna look back and see yourself like in a mountain high debts. So please, when you come to the States, you can possibly get a credit card from your bank. If you're a first timer, they may ask you to deposit some money, which some banks pay it back once you reach a particular number of months. But please, the earlier the better you start to build your credit score. That would assist you in future when you want to get a car, get a house, or any other purchase you need to get. So it's very important. Well, guys, if you made it this far, I hope you picked up one or two from this video. Please like, share, leave a comment below on what kind of videos you'd like to see from me. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.